everybody, this is Emily. Natalie and I are here going to do a Facebook live piano tutorial. So y'all can ask any questions you want and she'll answer them, and we'll be on here for about 15 minutes. So she's going to play a song until we get some viewers, and then I want y'all to start asking some questions. Somebody asked for Lily of the Valley, so I'll start with that one. Yeah, I do it a lot in my left hand. So like a regular chord, you know, like a C chord would be C, E, G. So what I'll do is do C, G, E, and then roll that up because it sounds fuller. Like if I did, let's do "'Tis So Sweet" in C. So if I went, that doesn't sound good. But if I split it up, so I always roll with the 10th. I do the 1 of the chord, the 5 of the chord, and then I come up and grab the 3 in the next octave. So if it's an F chord, that would be F, C, and then put your A that's down here, up here. So it works for any key. So like for the key of B flat, my 1 is B flat, my 5 is F. So then the D is the 3 of the chord, but I'm going to put it in this octave. So it's like... playing the same notes that are in the chord, but I'm doing them out of order, so it sounds fuller. And then you kind of roll up as you want.
How do you coordinate your left hand with your right hand?
Okay, my left hand, well, it depends, because like if, okay, let me think. It depends on the song, because like if it's a fast song, then I'm going to let my right hand play mostly melody, and I'm going to let my left hand do the accompaniment. So if it's like, you know, okay, Lily of the Valley. My left hand is rhythm, my right hand is the melody. So I'm just kind of keeping it steady, almost like a guitarist would do. But then if it's a slow song like I Surrender All or something, I'm going to change the pattern in my left hand, but for congregational and church music, generally your left hand's going to be the accompaniment and the rhythm, not the melody. You can change it around if like you're doing an offertory or something special. But anytime people are singing, generally you want your right hand to be the melody. So like, I Surrender All. So my left hand's just rhythm. My right hand's carrying the melody. I hope that makes sense.
Yep. Someone said, can you play Great Is Thy Faithfulness?
Sure.
into a key change?
You do whatever key you're going to, you do the 2 minor of that key and then the 5 major of that key. So if I'm going from C to D, that's a 1-step key change. The 2 minor of D is E minor and then the 5 is A. So I would go like, and then I'm ready for the key of D. But it works for any key, like even if they're not right beside each other. If you're going just 1 step or 1/2 step, you can just go straight from the key you're in to the 5/7 of the next key. So if I'm going from C to D flat, I would use an A flat 7. So that looks like this. And then you're there. But if I want to go from like D to F sharp or E to A flat, then I just get to the 2 minor of the new key, to the 5 major of the new key, and then I'm ready for the 1. So like E to A flat, which is an odd key change. I only do that in a prelude. Like if I'm doing a prelude about the cross and I want to do Power in the Blood in B flat, and then When I Survey to F. Okay, so that's B flat to F. That's an odd key change. Then I would need to, I'll do that one instead of E to A flat. So like, I've just ended the B flat song, I'm going to F, so I go to the G minor, to the C major, which is the 2 minor, the 5 of the next key, and I'm ready for F. And it works for every single key, 2 minor, 5 major, 1.
Can you Joy to the World?
Joy to the World, sure.
to an A minor, do you walk down or do you go to an E minor to an A minor?
If I'm in the key of C and I'm just going to an A minor chord, depends on the song, but I would probably just walk it down if that's what the rhythm fits. Some songs, though, you need to add the three minor before you go to the 6. If you could give me a specific example, I'd show you exactly what that means. That could work. It depends on the song and it depends on the rhythm. So there's not, if I have a specific example, then we could see what it looks like. But you could do both ways.
What are your tips for learning to play by ear?
Listen to a lot of other pianists, and if you already know how to read music, then play a lot of sacred arrangements, because you'll get ideas from the sacred arrangements that you can put into your hymn playing. If you don't read music, I would say listen to other pianists and try to do what you hear them do. So like if you hear a good Southern gospel group that you like listen to their keyboardist, or honestly there's tons of Southern gospel YouTube videos as well, like just with the pianist, and there's a lot of resources out there, but ultimately listening to music and trying to play what you hear is the way to learn. I think playing by ear, some of it can be learned and some of it's just a gift. You either have it or you don't, but what whatever level you're at, you can improve from there by listening to other people.
This one says, curious how you incorporate your playing into your own personal worship time. I'm working harder to do that as opposed to it feeling like an exercise or just practice.
Oh yeah, for sure. My preludes, like when I'm playing a prelude at church, like that's already tuning my heart for the worship service. So I'm not just looking at it as like, oh, I've got to play 5 minutes before the church service. What am I going to play? I usually play something that I've probably already been singing. Like a couple weeks ago, like Tell It to Jesus seems to be one I like to do on a Wednesday night, because you come into the service and usually whatever you're dealing with that week is on your mind when you come to that service. And you can sit down and start playing What a Friend We Have, and I Must Tell Jesus, Does Jesus Care, songs like that already are preparing my heart, and then they're blessing other people. But like using it for my own private worship time, there's times I come home and I sit at the piano for 30 minutes and play hymns that are reflecting what I'm telling God right then. And I guess that's the beauty of being a hymn player, is that it's not just good music, it's got a message to it that you're playing back as a gift to the Father.
The person who asked about playing in the key of C said, example is Hold to God's Unchanging Hand. If you're playing that in C, when you're going to the A minor, do you walk down or go to an E minor to A minor?
Okay. I would actually do an E major and then A minor. Yeah, do a E major, not E minor. So like, I guess that's Build Your Hopes on Things Eternal, right? So it'd be